What if the war on terror wasn't just fought on distant battlefields, but in the dead of night on crowded city streets, where elite commandos, guided by whispers from foreign spies, decide who lives and who dies? Imagine a shadowy alliance between superpowers and a local force, turning refugee camps into hunting grounds and ordinary homes into kill zones. Buckle up, because as an investigative journalist peeling back the layers of global intrigue, I'm about to take you into the heart of Kenya's secret war. The Rendition and Reconnaissance Team, RRT, a CIA-trained paramilitary squad backed by MI6 intelligence, operating in the shadows since 2004. This isn't just counter-terrorism, it's a high-stakes game of life and death, riddled with mistaken bullets and moral minefields, the birth of a ghost squad. It all started in the post-9/11 haze when the U.S. needed allies in the fight against Al-Qaeda's offshoots. Enter Kenya, a frontline state against Somalia's Al-Shabaab militants, infamous for bloodbaths like the 2013 Westgate mall siege that left 67 dead in a hail of gunfire and grenades. The CIA, ever the puppet master, handpicked and trained a crack team from Kenya's General Service Unit's Recce Company, the elite of the elite, about 60 commandos strong, dubbed the Rapid Response Team, RRT, or sometimes the Rendition Operations Team. These operatives were flown to U.S. soil for grueling sessions at places like the Annapolis Naval Academy, learning the dark arts of close-quarter combat. Renditions, those extrajudicial kidnaps that whisk suspects away without a trial, and disruption ops that often end in body bags. But here's the twist. While the CIA arms them with M4 carbines, Glock pistols, and body armor, and even pads their pockets with bonuses, think a 30% salary bump for low-paid cops, it's Britain's MI6 that supplies the brains. Through a covert liaison cell codenamed Arctic within Kenya's National Intelligence Service, NIS, MI6 feeds real-time intel, tracking suspects, pinpointing hideouts, and feeding into a chilling disposition matrix that decides kill or capture. Operations kick off with U.S. Embassy approval, except in hot pursuit scenarios, turning Kenya into a testing ground for Western counter-terror tactics. Sensational fact: these commandos operate incognito, using unmarked cars with fake plates, sometimes posing as aid workers to infiltrate massive refugee camps like Dadaab and Kakuma, home to hundreds of thousands fleeing Somalia's chaos. It's like a real-life spy thriller, where the line between protector and predator blurs under the cover of night. Raids in the dead of night, blood and bullets. Picture this. It's 4 a.m. in a quiet Kenyan neighborhood. Doors splinter into breaching charges as black-clad figures storm in, lasers slicing through the darkness. This is the RRT in action, raids that feel straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster, but with real stakes. Take the 2019 hunt for Mohammed Modi Mwatsamiro, suspected of ties to the Dusit D2 hotel attack that killed 21 in a blaze of explosions and gunfire. Commandos descended on his Ngombeni home like ghosts, claiming Modi hurled a dud grenade before they pumped 7 rounds into him, including fatal shots to the chest and jaw. Neighbors were herded indoors, forbidden to peek as the team vanished into the dawn. Or rewind to 2010, when RRT operatives snatched suspects linked to Al-Shabaab's Kampala bombings, which slaughtered 74 World Cup fans right off Kenyan soil. With CIA handlers footing the bill for fuel and logistics, they rendered the captives to Uganda for brutal interrogations by U.S., British, and local agents. No warrants, no mercy. And then there's the 2011 capture of British national Jermaine Grant, an alleged bomb maker, guided by MI6 intel. He got lucky. His nationality spared him a kill shot, landing him in court instead. These ops aren't just reactive, they're proactive hunts, often in border areas or camps where the RRT strikes fast and fades away, leaving terror suspects, or their bodies, in the dust. If you're hooked on these hidden layers of power and intrigue, why not join the chase? Subscribe to @BehindVeilTruths on YouTube for more deep dives that pull back the curtain on the world's darkest secrets. Mistakes that haunt, when innocents pay the price. But every thriller has its plot twists, and here's where the story turns tragic. The RRT's trigger-happy tactics have led to a trail of mistaken identities and outright executions, fueling outrage and radicalization. In October 2012, commandos raided an apartment in Mombasa, hunting Fuad Abubakar Manswab, a suspected terrorist. Instead, they gunned down Omar Faraj, an innocent cashier at a butcher's shop, shooting him in the temple as he fled in terror. His wife, Rama Ali, played dead amid the chaos, overhearing a commando whisper, "We should finish her off too." She survived to tell the tale, but it took 12 years for a Kenyan court to rule the killing unlawful, awarding her a paltry $60,000, hardly justice for a life stolen. Another gut-wrenching case, June 2013, when Kasim Omolo, accused of training Al-Shabaab fighters, was cornered in his home. Witnesses heard commandos bark, "We were sent to kill you," before riddling him with bullets to the chest and head. No resistance, no chance. A former RRT officer confessed the grim mindset. Human rights come later. If you can't interrogate the bad guy, execute him. These aren't isolated slips. Human rights groups like Human Rights Watch document over 100 extrajudicial killings yearly, with police hiding identities to evade accountability. Kenyan Muslims feel under siege, as one activist put it, with former VP Kalonzo Musyoka warning that such brutality only breeds more terrorists. The global web, impunity, and the price of alliance. Fast forward to recent years, and the shadows linger. In 2024, echoes of these ops surfaced in court rulings and whispers of ongoing raids, but transparency remains a ghost. The CIA's proxy forces model, creating units like the RRT worldwide, exposes legal risks for U.S. officers, yet the machine grinds on, with MI6's intel as the fuel. It's a geopolitical chess game. Kenya gets security muscle, the West gets deniability, but at what cost? Radicalization surges, communities fracture, and innocent blood stains the narrative. As I wrap this investigation, one question burns. How many more ghosts will rise from these secret wars before the veil fully lifts? If this tale of covert alliances and deadly missteps has you on the edge of your seat, craving the next revelation, hit subscribe at Behind Veil Truths on https://www.youtube.com, that Behind Veil Truths. Together, we'll hunt the truths that power prefers hidden, because the story's far from over. What's lurking in the next shadow?